The VoiceOver three-legged stool. Let's go. Yo, what's up, VO peeps? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Mike Hathcote, professional voice actor. Don't you hate it when people start their videos like that? Yeah, me too. Today we're going to talk about the three-legged stool of VoiceOver. And the three-legged stool means that without these three things, these three pillars of your voiceover business is done. And those three things are sound quality, performance, and marketing. So it doesn't matter what your voice sounds like. If you don't have the performance skills, the professional audio quality, and the ability to market yourself, your business is going nowhere. So let's break it down one leg at a time. All right, let's start with performance. So when people first think of voiceover or think about getting into voiceover, they think, well, I've got a nice voice. I could get into voiceover. And remember, having a nice voice is such a small, tiny piece of the equation, if anything, these days. Remember, you don't have to have a nice voice, you just have to be real. And that's where performance comes in. Think of it this way. If you were to get cast in a movie, you wouldn't just stand there and read the script like you're reading the phone book. You'd want to get across to the audience and connect. You have to bring life and emotion and nuance to the script. Voiceover is no different. It's just acting without the makeup and all the bright lights. So performance starts with script interpretation. What are you in this scenario? Are you selling a car? Are you narrating a documentary? Are you voicing a cartoon pirate? You've got to know that first before you can actually do your performance. Each script has a different rhythm and tone and energy to it. Here's a quick exercise. Take this line, "This changes everything." In a commercial, this might be, "This changes everything." In a documentary, it could be, "This changes everything." As a pirate, it may sound something like, "Arr, this changes everything, matey." Same words, totally different performance. Next is emotional connection. The audience has to feel that you're talking to them and not at them. If you don't believe what you're saying, why should they? Next is range and versatility. Now, this doesn't mean you have to know how to do 100 different cartoon voices, but it does mean you have to separate between a hospital script and a hard sell car ad. Training and coaching matter. That's why joining a good training program and getting a good coach and doing lots and lots of practice is going to help improve your performance skills over time. Nobody's good right out of the gate. So here's the performance takeaway. Clients want to hear you perform, not just read words off the page. Clients want storytellers, not readers. All the fancy equipment in the world will not improve your performance. All right, the next leg in the three-legged stool of voiceover is having professional audio. This is one that a lot of beginners overlook. They think, well, I've got a USB mic and I can just plug that into my computer and I'm good to go. Well, maybe and maybe not. I mean, you could luck out and plug your microphone in and it sound good, but most of the time you're going to need to tweak things a little bit to get that good quality broadcast sound. Because remember, the people you're competing against do have pro quality sound. And if you don't, you're going to suffer by comparison. So here's a hard truth. Some clients will forgive a mediocre performance if it sounds good. But if you don't sound good, you could have the best performance in the world and you're not going to get the job. They're never going to get past the echo or the hiss to really find out what you actually could sound like. It's so distracting that they just move to the next. All right, the most important part of your entire recording chain is your space. It's not your microphone. You need a very well-treated, very quiet recording space. Whether it's using an existing closet and putting blankets and foam in it, or maybe it's using PVC pipe and putting moving blankets around that, or maybe even investing into an actual booth like the one you see here. The goal is dead, clean sound. No reverb, no echo, no boxiness. Make sure that you run your sound by an audio engineer before you start mass marketing your services. The next part of the sound quality topic is your gear. Now, you don't need a $3,000 Neumann microphone, but you also don't want to skimp. If you use a microphone that is in the $200 to $300 range, you're going to be pretty good to go. And remember, try to see if you can use an XLR microphone versus a USB microphone. For just a little bit more money, you can get into an XLR versus a USB. And by all means, don't use a Blue Yeti in an untreated room. That has ended so many careers before they even start that I can count. All right, the next topic when it comes to sound is your editing and your delivery. You need to not only learn how to perform, but you need to actually record, edit, and master your audio so that it does sound professional before you deliver. This could mean removing breaths or mouth clicks or any kind of things that would take the listener out of the actual performance. Clients don't want to have to babysit your audio. They want something that they can just plug into their project and move on. Most of the time when a client or a casting director hits play, you have about 2 to 3 seconds to convince them to keep listening. If your audio is bad, they're going to stop and they're going to move to the next. So the takeaway here is that your audio needs to be competitive, not just passable, competitive. Remember, your audio is kind of like your storefront. If your storefront is shabby, people aren't going to buy.
And now for something completely different.
Are you on VoiceOver pay-to-play sites but are struggling to get traction? Or have you thought about joining a pay-to-play site but you just don't know how to optimize your profile for success? If so, then you don't want to miss this month's Masterclass replay sale called The 3-Step System to Turn Pay-to-Play Auditions into Gold with Amy Weiss. This is a replay of the live class back in March and is on super sale at $200 off the original price. In this class, you'll learn the overlooked profile mistake that's costing you jobs, why 90% of voice actors waste time auditioning for jobs they'll never book, the secret to making your voiceover demos work 24/7, how to turn a single pay-to-play booking into a long-term, high-paying client, the goldmine section of your profile that most voice actors ignore, why most voice actors treat pay-to-play sites like a lottery and lose, plus a ton more. This is a replay, so to learn more and to get instant access to the class, click on the link in the description and pinned comment below.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
All right, the last leg is marketing. And this is where a lot of new voice actors struggle because the performance stuff and the equipment stuff, that's kind of the fun stuff. But when it comes to marketing, a lot of people just don't know how to start. And that is a huge piece of the puzzle here. You could have the best possible sound quality and the best performance, but if no one will hear it, who cares? So remember, voice actors wear all the hats. So you're not just the talent, you're also the engineer and the marketer. And the marketer is the part where you have to go out and get your stuff in front of the right people in the hopes that they'll hire you. Successful voice actors market themselves every single day in one form or another. Maybe it's email marketing or social media marketing or even face-to-face marketing. All that counts. The first piece of the puzzle when it comes to marketing is your demo, and a professional demo at that. Remember, a DIY demo is fine for practice or for sites like Fiverr or Upwork, but if you're going to go out and do direct marketing, you need to make sure that your demo or demos are professional. Without a solid demo, it's like fishing without bait. You have to have the right bait to catch the big fish. Then you need a website. And I'm not talking about a SoundCloud profile or a Facebook page. I'm talking about a real professional website that you can showcase your demos on. A real website says, I'm a professional. So what you need on there is you're going to need your demos, contact information, maybe some testimonials, make sure that your demos are downloadable so that the client can learn more about you than just listening to a single MP3. Okay, you've got your demos, you got your website. How do you go out and get in front of the right people? Well, there's a lot of ways. You can either do direct email marketing by simply Googling production houses and reaching out directly. You can use sites like LinkedIn to do some networking. You can do platforms like voices.com or Voice123. All of those will work. Remember, marketing is about consistency. The more you send out, the more chance you have of getting work. Just firing off an email every couple of weeks is not going to do it. Branding is another big consideration. What kind of voice actor are you? Are you the movie trailer guy? Are you the conversational girl next door? Are you the crazy character actor? Or are you all three? Clients want to know what they can expect when they hire you. And let's talk about client relationships, because really that's marketing too. It's not always about getting new clients, it's about keeping existing ones, developing those long-term relationships. Most of my jobs come from existing clients that I've had for years. Sure, I'm trying to add new ones all the time, but the bulk of my work comes from people that I've worked with over a long career. So here's the marketing takeaway. Without good quality demos, consistent marketing, your business is basically invisible. And invisible businesses, they don't get paid. So there it is, the three-legged stool of voiceover. Now there's a lot of smaller pieces to this puzzle, but the main three pillars of your business, performance, sound quality, and marketing. Take away any of these three, and guess what happens? The stool falls over. But if you do all three correctly, you have a thriving business. The beauty here is that you don't have to be perfect on day one. Just work on strengthening each leg as you go. Take classes to improve performance. Upgrade your audio over time. Work on marketing a little bit every single day. If you do that, you'll not just survive this industry, you'll thrive in it. Okay, so now I want to hear from you. Which of these three do you do well in? And which three do you maybe need some help with? Drop a comment below and let me know. And as always, if you found this helpful, lightly tap the like button. Don't smash it. I'm getting sick of all this smash the like button stuff. Be gentle. Just gently press the like button and lightly caress the subscribe button. How about that?